Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about pteridophytes. After bryophytes, pteridophytes. So these pteridophytes, pteron means feather and phyta means plant. Pteron means feather and phyta means plant. The study of pteridophytes is called as pteridology. And what is the study of bryophytes? Bryology. Study of pteridophytes is called as pteridology. Study of bryophyte called as bryology. Study of algae called as phycology. Study of fungi called as mycology. And what it includes? It includes horsetails and ferns, equisetum and ferns. See this equisetum. This is equisetum. Equisetum. Equisetum and ferns. Fern. This is fern. Terrace. Fern plant. It includes horsetails and ferns. Are these tracheophytic? Yes. For the first time, we are seeing the vasculature here. Xylem and phloem. First time we are seeing. So xylem consists of only tracheids. There are no vessels at all. And phloem consists of only sieve cells. Sieve cells only present. No sieve tubes. And no companion cells. But albuminous cells are present. Xylem has only tracheids, no vessels. Phloem has only sieve cells, no sieve tubes. And no companion cells, only albuminous cells are present. Okay. Are these archegoniates? Yes. The female sex organ is the archegonium. For the sex organs, there is no stalk, I said already in while teaching bryophytes. And here also the zygote is undergoing mitosis and it forms the embryo. That's why embryophytic. We can't see the flowers because these are cryptogams and no seeds at all. What are the common names? Botanical snakes. Why these are called as botanical snakes? So these snakes, they come under reptiles, no? So these reptiles, they evolved from amphibians. And these reptiles are considered as the first true land animals. The same way, these pteridophytes, they evolved from bryophytes and those are the first true land plants because of the presence of vasculature. That's why these are called as botanical snakes. How these snakes are considered as first true land animals, the same way pteridophytes are considered as first true land plants because of the presence of vasculature. And these are called as vascular cryptogams. Cryptogams means non-flowering plants with vasculature. That's why vascular cryptogams. And what is the use of these pteridophytes? You can use this as medicinal purposes, like lycopodium and equisetum. Lycopodium and equisetum are used in the medicines. When you go to homeopathy, they give lycopodium, small sugar things. Okay, and all these pteridophytes are used as a soil binders for binding the soil. And you can see these in gardens and as well, like ornamental plants, lycopodium, selaginal, and ferns also you can see. So many places we can see those ferns. Okay, and the specialty of this equisetum is it accumulates minerals in its body. Accumulates minerals in the body. That's why those are used as indicators of minerals in the soil. Equisetum, it can, when you observe the equisetum plant, some minerals, it accumulates minerals. So those are used as indicators of minerals in the soil. When you look at the male plant of Dryopteris lixmus, the rhizome is used as antihelminthic to cure tapeworms and liver flukes. Tapeworm and liver flukes. And you know this azula while studying biofertilizers. It is aquatic plant. Most of these are terrestrial, but azula, marsilia, salvinia, these are all aquatic pteridophytes used as biofertilizers along with the anabina. That's why azula, anabine, we call that nitrogen fixer. So in the paddy fields we use. And what is the dominant stage in the life cycle of pteridophytes? What is the dominant stage in the life cycle of bryophytes? that is Pteridophyte. But here the dominant stage is the sporophyte. Dominant stage, sporophyte. The sporophyte is having root, stem and leaf with well-differentiated vasculature. It consists of root, stem and leaves with well-differentiated vasculature. Vasculature is well-differentiated in these parts. Okay. And when you observe the leaves, those are microphyllous. Microphyllous means very small. Where? In Selaginella. In a Selaginella. Those are macrophyllous, means very big. We call those as fronds also. In the case of ferns. See, this is Selaginella. Selaginella leaves, very small leaves. These are all leaves. Leaves, very, very small leaves you can see. Microphyllous leaves. So this is the root, stem, leaves. The leaves are small in size. Selaginella. And look here, Pteris. The leaves are very large. So the complete one is pinnately compound leaf in Pteris. So those are big. These are called as fronds. Macrophyllous leaves we can see in ferns. Okay, microphyllous in the case of Selaginella, macrophyllous in the case of ferns. And these are the reproductive leaves. Vegetative leaves don't have spores. But during reproductive stage, these leaves, they bear sporangia. Then we call those as sporophylls. When do you see? During reproductive stage only. So leaves bearing sporangia or spores called as sporophylls. Where are these sporangia? Leaves bearing sporangia or spores. Where are these present? Under the surface, means on the ventral side of the leaflets. You can see these sporangia or spores. Sporangia or spores. All these sporophylls are compactly arranged to form cones. Cones are strobili. All these sporophylls are compactly arranged to form cones or strobili, but not in all pteridophytes. Example, Selaginella and Equisetum. Selaginella, Equisetum, we can see the cones. Important. Equisetum. See the cones in Equisetum. Diagram-based questions also they'll ask. Strobili. This is the strobilus or cone. Okay. Selaginella in this diagram, we are not seeing clearly the cones. All these sporophylls, they compactly arrange to form the cones or strobili. Only in Selaginella in Equisetum, we can see those examples we have to remember. Okay. Then, sporangia. When you observe the sporophyll, like this, it is pinnately compound leaf in Pteris. Okay, each leaflet, when you observe each leaflet, on its margin, like this, those are present. This sporangia at the margin. So many sporangia, they form the sorus. This is one Cenosaurus. This is one Cenosaurus. This is one Cenosaurus. Okay. So two Cenosauri are present in each leaflet. Like this, Those are present on their lower surface, ventral surface of the leaflet. This is the ventral surface of the leaflet. Okay. In ferns, that is pinnately compound leaf. This is the rachis and these are the leaflets. Okay. These leaflets, on their margins, you can see this Cenosaurus on either side. So, sporangia. Sporangia consists of spore mother cells. Sporangia consists of spore mother cells. Spore mother cells, they undergo meiosis and they form spores. So, sporangia consists of spore mother cells. They undergo meiosis and form the gametophyte. Here the gametophyte is called as prothallus. Prothallus, gametophyte, both are same. So prothallus is inconspicuous. Prothallus is inconspicuous, means small. This prothallus or gametophyte is small, inconspicuous, green, photosynthetic. Because of this green and the nature of it is undergoing photosynthesis, it is leading independent life, free living. It is not depending on the sporophyte like that of bryophytes. In bryophytes and pteridophytes, the gametophyte is free living, independent, remember. Okay? Small, green, photosynthetic, free living, multicellular. Multicellular. Okay? And thalloid. When you observe the structure of this prothallus, like this, like a heart, dorsal side, ventral side, it is differentiated. It is the apical notch. And here on the ventral side, posterior of the ventral side, you can see the rhizoids. Rhizoids we can see. So nearer to the rhizoids, male sex organs are present without the stalk, antheridia. And just nearer to the apical notch, in the cushion like here, these are all cells only, parenchyma cells. Here archegonia are present with the venter and neck. With venter and neck. So like this, so many cells, multicellular, parenchymatous cells, dorsiventrally differentiated, having sex organs. Nearer to the rhizoids, male sex organs. Nearer to the apical notch, female sex organs are present. Okay, so this is prothallus are the gametophyte. And when you observe this gametophyte or prothallus, they need cool places, damp places, and shady places. Okay, and they need water for fertilization. They need water for fertilization. Because of all these reasons, those are restricted to a particular areas only, geographical regions only. This is very important point. They ask you in the statements. Okay, the living pteridophytes are restricted to a particular regions only, geographical regions. Because of this reason, what is that reason? These gametophytes, they need cool, damp, shady places and water for fertilization. Because of this requirement, restricted requirement only, these living pteridophytes are limited and restricted to narrow geographical regions. And what is the male sex organ? What is it? Antheridia. Male sex organ is antheridia. See, in the case of bryophytes, the androcyte mother cells, they produce anthrozoids. Those are biflagellated in bryophytes. Here, they may be biflagellated. Examples, Selaginella and Lycopodium. or those are multiflagellated. Example, Dryopteris and Equisetum. All these examples they mentioned in our NCERT. Dryopteris also. Equisetum. The class Pteropsida, Dryopteris is there. Okay. So, Antheridium, the male sex organ, biflagellate antherozoids, selaginella and lycopodium, multiflagellated in the case of Dryopteris and Equisetum. What is the type of fertilization here? In the archegonium, venter of the archegonium, female gamete is there. So, these antherozoids, they move towards the archegonium. So, they reach the mouth of the archegonium, enter into the venter, fuses with the egg forming the zygote. So, with the help of the motile organs only, those are moving. That's why what is said in bryophytes? What type of fertilization in bryophytes? Pseudogamous type of oogamy. Here also, the fertilization is pseudogamous. Type of oogamy. Okay, zygote is formed. As a result of fertilization, zygote is formed. Zygote undergoes mitosis and it forms well differentiated. What is well differentiated? Well differentiated means with root, stem and leaves. That is the dominant stage. Well differentiated sporophyte. So this sporophyte is the dominant stage, dominant phase. And here in bryophytes, what about the spores? Are homosporous or heterosporous? Homosporous. All are homosporous. Here, majority are homosporous. Homosporous. But you can see heterosporous condition also. Heterosporous condition in the case of Selaginella and Salvinia. Salvinia is aquatic. Azula is aquatic. Okay. Marsilia also aquatic, but they haven't mentioned Marsilia in NCERT. Salvinia is aquatic. So Selaginella and Salvinia, they consist of hetero, means that is they are showing heterosporous condition. Heterosporous means two different types of spores. What are those? Microspore. So microspore germinates and it forms male gametophyte. See, homosporous condition means before I showed no that prothallus, this one. It is the homosporous condition, the spores they form. This type of prothallus, both anthrid and archegony and the same gametophyte, prothallus. But in the case of heterosporous condition, microspore germinates and it forms male gametophyte, means male sex organs only present, antheridia only present. And what about megaspores? Megaspores develop into female gametophyte. Female gametophyte, very important. This female gametophyte in these plants, means heterosporous plants, are retained on the parent sporophyte only for variable periods. This female gametophyte, in the case of heterosporous plants, these female gametophytes are retained on the parent sporophyte for variable periods. And when they are present on the sporophyte only, inside that the zygotes are formed. Female gametophyte is having archegonia, no? Inside the archegonium, female gamete is there, egg. So fertilization takes place, zygotes are formed. So development of zygote into young embryos takes place within the female gametophyte only. Very important point. So they'll ask you in the statements. Female gametophyte in these heterosporous plants are retained on the parent sporophyte for variable period. So that zygotes, they develop into young embryos. Takes place within the female gametophyte. So what is the use of this? This event is precursor to the seed habit. So say The retaining of the female gametophyte on the sporophyte or the heterosporous condition, both are precursors for the seed habit. We don't see the seed, but this is the precursor for seed habit. In gymnosperms, we are going to see the seeds. Okay, this event is a precursor to the seed habit, considered an important step in evolution. Okay, and lastly, the classes, when you see here, 4 classes are present. One is Coelopsida. Coelopsida consists of coelotum. Coelotum. And second class, Lycopsida, consists of Selaginella and Lycopodium. That's why they have biflagellated, together they have biflagellated antherozoids. The third one is Sphenopsida. Equisitum. And the fourth one, Pteropsida. Examples, Dryopteris. Dryopteris, the male plants of Dryopteris filiximus, the rhizomes are used in the used as anti-helminthic study, cure tapeworms and liver flukes. Dryopteris and Pteris, adiantum. So these are the classes: Coelopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida, and Pteropsida. So this is about the pteridophytes. And students, and up to pteridophytes, we'll discuss the previous year questions in the next video. From algae to pteridophytes, we'll discuss previous year's questions in the NEET previous year's questions. Okay, bye.